my boots against the floor, they just made me just slide, and I was just going like, eh, like. Hello, motherfuckers, welcome back to the motherfucking channel. Today we're gonna be talking about my first time smoking weed. Obviously, if you can't tell, I am a pot smoker. I smoke weed a lot. I don't know, it just enhances my personality, I feel like. It makes me more better to be around people because I am very socially awkward, and if we ever meet, you probably would see that. If I wasn't high, well, I wouldn't be high, meeting people, obviously. But like I'm saying, like I sometimes it just makes me it makes me more comfortable to be around people, honestly. And that's not in a weird way or anything. Like, I can cope and be around people without being high, so it's not that. It's just I feel more comfortable that way, if that makes any sense. And I don't want it to seem like I'm a drug addict or anything, because that's all I do is smoke weed. I do not condone smoke or doing any other drugs besides, well, weeds. I can't call weed a drug, honestly, because it just helps so many different things, so many different whatevers. Like, go look it up. There's facts and stuff about it. But let's get into this video, because this is some crazy stuff that I have to say. Before I started smoking weed, I was very against it, and I don't know why I was against it. I think it was just because everybody was for it, and I'm one of those people that if somebody's like loves something so much and I just want to be the outcast, I don't want to like it. Like, everybody loves Drake. I don't like Drake. There is some other reasons why I don't like Drake. It's not just because everybody else likes him, but I just feel like I am that person. I like people that other people don't like. I just tend to attract to them more, or they attract me more. So that was the deal with me, my thoughts on smoking weed. But after I started smoking weed, I became a better person. It just woke me up. It made me a happier person. It made me, because before this, I was just, I don't know, I can't even explain it. I'm an entire different person. I'm more nicer to people. I'm not, I have more patience for people. It's just those kind of things, honestly. But like I said, before I started smoking it, I was very against it. And this was so close within the time frame that I did smoke weed. And I was just like, no, weed is so bad. Weed is not good, blah, 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 blah. So then, literally, probably a few weeks later, my sister had her friend that was like, I got some weed for you. He was going to give it to us for $7. Girl, I'm telling you, this was some sketchy ass shit. Like, okay, he first of all, he wanted us to meet him at Rite Aid. On the street, he was just gonna give us this swisher bag full of stones and sticks, bitch. Like, there was a little bit of weed in there, I'm not gonna lie, but girl, he literally gave us some shake. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, he gave us some shake. And it was probably the most dustiest weed I've ever smoked in my life. And the thing was, when I first started smoking weed, it was this day. I wasn't inhaling. I didn't know that you had to inhale it, like, for it to go in your lungs. Like, I'm telling you, I was just new to the whole entire situation. This was a whole new ballpark for me. So after we got home, we smoked it in my room. And we didn't want our mom to know that we were smoking it, because we felt like she would have got mad at us. We really didn't know her opinion on it at that point. So we just smoked it out of the window while we were playing Black Ops, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops. Yeah, that's what it is. 2? No, 3. It was 2. It was 2. On the PlayStation 3, girl. I'm telling you, this was the ghetto. Like, The all ghetto girl. This was straight out of a hood movie. So we were like I said, we were just smoking out of the window, and like I said, I wasn't inhaling. So I really wasn't getting the full experience this time. So that's why there's two different stories that I have to tell. Because the story that I just told you was the first time me smoking, but there's another story, the first time I've ever gotten high. I didn't get high that time, I don't feel like. I did a little bit. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be sucking in weed, some is going to get into your chest and you're going to inhale some of it. So I did get a little bit, but it just the only thing that happened that day, it just made me play the game better. Honestly, it just made me more focused, and that's another thing. When I smoke, I get tasks done so quick, like bloop 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 bloop, like done. What's the next thing to do? Honestly, and if I wasn't smoking weed, I would just be like, oh my god, everybody's been there, but like I said, I didn't get high that time, just a little buzz. But this time, this story that I'm about to tell y'all, Lord Jesus, it was so embarrassing. But at the same time, I look back at it and I'm just like, wow, 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 wow. I can't believe I did that. So, okay. At first, again, this was my second time. Yeah, it was my second, maybe third time smoking, and this time my sister and at that point my mom really didn't care if we smoked weed or not. So she was all three of my two sisters and my mom were like, "You're not even inhaling it. You're not even smoking it." So they were like, taught me how to inhale it, and that first inhale, I knew something was different. I knew that something was like, I felt like I was in somebody else's body. I felt like I was in a video game. I knew that I was going to regret it in a little bit. But I did regret it. I regretted it so much after this whole incident. But like I said, the first inhale, I felt it. And I was just like, wow. But when we were smoking, I was dyeing my sister's hair for her. The color was black. I remember this day so vividly. It was raining outside, and I was supposed to be making spaghetti. But my sister had a little bit of hair dye left over, and I was like, hey, just put it in my hair. At this point, I was high, but I wasn't as high as I'm going to be in this story. And I was high enough to function, and I was high enough to do stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm about to go wash this out. We smoked before I went upstairs. When I got in the shower, my mom had this shower curtain. Okay, we have to wait for the damn helicopter to pass by because can I do something for once? Please. So my mom had this shower curtain. It was a childish shower curtain. Like, I don't know why or where she even got it. It was a cloth shower curtain, and then there was a clear, liner on the inside of it. And the shower curtain was animals, but like animals that you would see like at the zoo. There were giraffes. There was elephants. This detail that I'm telling you right now is gonna become very important in this next segment. But like I said, there was so many different animals on there. I think there was rhinos, there was monkeys, there was trees. It was weird, and I did not like that shower curtain after this. But I had music playing from my phone, and when I smoke weed and listen to music, I really get into music. Like, seriously, I listen to it for what it is. I get into the notes, get into the everything about music. Just, I love it when I'm high. So that, like I said, this was a first for everything. A first time listening to music while you're high in the shower. Whoa. Like, that was a game changer for me. I felt like I was in a rainforest. It was so weird. Like, I could be looking around, seeing the walls of the shower, and I was just, like, I didn't see them. I really felt like I was in a rainforest, and it was just so evident to me that I was high. And I was like, there was no emotion into my face. I was just so spooked and so shook. Um, like I, man, and it felt like that shower lasted forever. I remember the song I was listening to, and it made me even feel more like I was like in a trance, and it was only for this certain song. It was "I Miss You" by Adele. One of one of the most beautiful songs the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my entire life. That's that. I don't know. It just really propelled me into being into this weird state in the shower. So once I got out, and literally the shower, I only took a. It was just I just rinsed the dye out of my hair and washed my hair up real quick. So it wasn't that long of a shower. So when I got out, I was still spooked and shook. And I went to go into my room to get dressed and stuff. And I just remember, like, wow, this is my life right now. Like, everything was just so realistic to me. Like I said, I felt like I was in a game like GTA or something. So after this debacle, I kind of got a little bit, down. I wasn't as high as I was. And then I went downstairs. We smoked again. And before I smoked, I went out in the kitchen, put on a pot of water, and started cooking some meat for some spaghetti because that's what we were eating for dinner. And we smoked again. And this time, I inhaled at least 4 times, 4 big puffs. For somebody that's never gotten high, that is a lot. I feel like, honestly, it depends on, your tolerance and stuff. But like I said, this was my first time ever getting high. I never have done pills. I've never drank before up until this point. Well, I have drank before that point. But, like I'm saying, this was my first high that I've ever gotten. And I was, like I said, after the 4th hit, I really, really felt it. And it was just so crazy. I got anxiety really bad this day. For some reason, I don't know. I had anxiety, but then after the anxiety kicked over, I was in this another state where I just had to make this dinner. I had to get the spaghetti done. I had to get the garlic bread in and out of the oven. I was almost done. I had the sauce cooking with the meat, girl. That spaghetti was about to be banging. But then, as soon as when I was dumping the noodles into the strainer, it really hit me. I was like, whoa, like my whole body went numb. I felt like I was like, I don't even know if I can walk right now. That's how I felt. I had these Tommy Hilfiger boots on. They had a little bit of a heel. I was snatched that day, okay? And they were cute as fuck, and they were expensive too. And I was on my mom's kitchen floor, and her kitchen floor is so weird. Like, my boots against the floor, they just made me just slide, and I was just going like sliding. And I was just like, it was so weird. I was like, yo, am I gonna fall? No, I'm not gonna fall. I'm good. But then I was like, okay, what's going on? My boots are still sliding. It was a weird feeling, and I just kept asking myself over and over again, am I good? Am I good? Am I good? And then I was like, yo, I can't do this. This was all literally in a 30-second time frame, by the way. Like, as I was straining the spaghetti, I had the realization that I was slipping and sliding. So I was like, Jayla, my sister, you need to finish this dinner. I can't do this. I have to go upstairs and I have to lay down. Those were the last words I could say because I just felt like I couldn't talk after that. So I went out in the living room, got all my stuff. I got my phone. I got my whatever else was down there. And I was just like, I got to go. I told my mom, I was like, I got to go to my room. Like, that's how I was talking. I was like, I got to go. I cannot be down here. So it was so weird. And it's so weird being around your family, too, when you're high. That's another thing. But I wasn't around them for long because I was like, I gotta go upstairs and I gotta go. So at this point, I was at the peak of my high, I was laying there and just was like, whew, okay, you're gonna be good. Nobody has ever died from weed. You'll be good. You'll be good. But as I was laying there in the bed, I was just like in this weird state where I felt like I was sinking into my mattress. I was dissipating into the air. That's what I felt like. It was so weird. My sister came in and she was like, "You good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine." I wasn't fine. I was obviously not fine. But like I felt like I was dying. But that's what it I guess that's what your first smoking feels like. Everybody has, a bad experience with smoking. I mean, probably not everybody, but most people I know have a bad experience when it comes to smoking. But that's really it for that. After that, I had the greatest night of sleep I've ever had, and that's another thing. It helps you sleep, and it's just amazing. I honestly recommend smoking. I do. Never done an edible though. Never done. Those are spooky. I don't think I could do that. But I guess it's it, you guys. I want to know your guys' stories too. Tell me your favorite or your craziest high stories in the comments, and maybe I'll read them in another video sooner or later. I'll get high and we can just do that. That sounds so fun. I want to do that. So if you guys smoke, let me know your stories and I'll read them. Maybe you'll be in the next video. Who knows? But I guess that's it, you guys. Like and subscribe, and bye, motherfuckers.